Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today I will do the reading for the 23rd, 24th and 25th of June 2023. And this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so the next 3 days, I know it's a weekend, right? But it's gonna be quite a lazy weekend for everyone because the energies is on hold. Mars is moving to the square energies with Uranus, and at the same time Mercury is also moving into the square energies with Neptune. So the high peak will be next Monday for Mercury. So it's a tendency of there are two square energies stopping two ends of the energies in the middle. So if you think about it's like a grip of like a blockage of two ends of what's happening right now within this frame of time. Now the reason why it's like that, it sounds frustrating for some people because Mercury is about communications, is about ongoing projects, and Mars is about taking things into action, taking things forward. So if you in that square energy, that means that it's not the best time to push up something, but it's the time to planting something. Now, so that also means that activities are still ongoing for people. However, we need to think of the move we do. So this is more about setting up the new scenario of whatever that you're feeling aligned to your new purposes. So it's a time of readjusting your desire and your emotions and also your ego, because this is what you want or you need something out of it. So make it something like find a balance point of everything of your life basing on what left, because there will be a lot of things being removed. So for some people there might be not much left but yourself. Even that's the worst case. But if you remember, when Saturn stepped into Pisces around March, and we have this metaphor, Pisces Club. So Pisces is like a nightclub, and there was a mess of all the how I say, the bad behaviors, the negative energies going on in the world, because Pluto were in Capricorn, and it's just corrupting people because of the materialism. It's too heavy. It causes a lot of corruptions and distort the values of what we actually pursuing throughout our journeys, life after life. And now Saturn's retrograde and still in Pisces. So the police walked in and checked everything, and the police is kind of like going to the lounge room and waiting for people to, clean up things, refurbish inside, get ready for the new content of the new style of this nightclub. Something more entertaining, something more because it's Pisces, so it's something more futuristic actually, but it's cleaner and it's more modern, it's more refined, that kind of thing. So it's more about qualities. So this is the preparations of the qualities of what you want to pursue. And Mars is in Leo at the moment, also urge people to start to pick up and learning the new skills or something that related to the divine plan that you want to open this time. So the the key here is we will learn from the past cycle, because this is exactly the reopening, how they help people to prepare to reopen the new cycle. So what we learn here is, because Saturn is, it's like your mobile knowledge within all the lives together, but more about this life, because it's accessible. So you don't need the skill to recall your lost wisdom yet, but you can recall your experiences right from this life. So it allows you to write down the list of everything how you got through something before, and make sure that you don't go back to it. So it's different from Mercury retrograde, right? Because Mercury retrograde, it urges you to repeat something, the process on the same patterns. But Saturn's retrograde, it urges people to change things, but something new, not on the same patterns. So if you chose to solve the situations, let's say back to 2009, because that is when Saturn, that's when Pluto moves into Capricorn. So back to 2009, how you got through things, and along that process of that old cycles, how many things you have tried. If you have tried everything already, because it's all in the list of what you register to learn this life, all the skills that you want to know. Because you learn it already, rule number one, stay away from it. Don't go back to it. If you see what I mean, because obviously that you learned it and you got through it, and somehow you're being diverted back to the moment right now. So that is rule number one. And now number two, it's right in your heart right now, because this is gonna be something new. The reason why I say that, because this is the result of why people upgrading their energies, or why the matrix actually updates your energy rather than you update yourself. It's right here, right now, within your heart. So with this whole energy, and because the moon moving in Virgo too, and Virgo is a square sign of Sagittarius, and also Virgo is an earth sign, so you will feel not so good with things around you, because you feel like you're being restrained. You would feel like, when this gonna be over? It push you to push the limit. So if we understand that, we will look within, or we will use some time for ourselves and think about what is that limit we want to push. Because it has to be something, when you push it, you're happy with. Because remember the formula of happiness: no judging, and always just do what you're happy with. So it doesn't mean that we will push limit by trying something that we never even think there's a possibility that we wanna like it. But we will push something that you say, hang on, maybe, because I kind of like got this idea a while back, but I never really put the determinations, or really take step one. Because as long as you take step one, you are about to unlock your divine plan, because it can be not that thing, but it will lead you to something else, for example. So this weekend, I would treat it as a lazy weekend. You're lazy, but you will do kind of like enjoy in your home environment, because the sun is in Cancerian. It's very nurturing. Or do something to help you to relax, going for a walk, meditate, cooking, singing, listening to music, whatever that you like. Because everyone will like different things, right? And along that relaxations activities, you combine with your thinking. It's just the way of, how I say, to trick the mind. So to allow the mind to accept the fact that you're still in the process of doing something and relaxing at the same time. So it makes you feel like you in the you in the process of achieving something, and that is how we get through when the energy is square. Okay guys, so now let's go to the cards and we will see what we have. Okay, so as usual, let's go to the oracle cards first to see what we have for the 23rd to the 25th of June 2023. If you're new to the channel, please like, share the video, subscribe to my channel to help it grow. If you would like to donate or find out more about the course Aligning with Your Higher Self, please check the information in the description box. So I've got a new course for next Thursday, so if anyone want to join me, please email me for the information. I've got a lot of more new information to provide, but I will kind of like try to find the right moment of the stories. If we see something, I will provide, because it's gonna be quite a lot of information that I've been learning recently, and they are all the highest wisdoms of the whole universe. That I can guarantee you. So now let's go back to our readings. We have, this is the Starboard Astral Oracles. We have number 23, Jupiter's Abundance. So even the energy is square, but as long as you kind of like being inventive, this is about being inventive of something, or the ideas, how to learn something, how to get something done, or how to create something new, but basing on what you feeling comfortable with. As the moment of this is what the aha moment is about. So they will put you into the positions that you will have to be very, very low energy. Not low energy, because you want to keep it positive, right? But they will kind of like trying to jeopardize you into some sort of situation that there's only one way to get out of it. Now that is actually the big blessings, to make sure that people are always going into the right track. So you will find that door, that one thing that will make you more than ever happier, make you happier than more than ever. Something that you will be surprised with yourself. So this is about a surprise. That is Jupiter trying to do, because of the two square energies we are going through, there's only one opened energy between Jupiter and Saturn. It creates the sextile energy. It pushes things about your new divine plan. So this is the divine plan. So even it might feel stagnated, but it's very important that people will have to keep calm and start to learn or practice to be a wise soul, because that is the final goal that any soul wants to achieve. And to allow that to happen, we will have to stay calm, meditate. As I say, there's a trick there. Combine doing something with the thinking at the same time. You will you will be, much happier to think about something. If you cooking, if you like cooking, baking, if you like baking, or even reading, because sometimes if you like reading, there will be some sort of, trigger words that might give you an idea. So just do what you feeling comfortable this weekend. It will reveal something for you. So think of what you want to highlight for the next 3 days when this energy is going on. Okay, so the oracle, the second oracle cards, we have double mission. Light worker, star set, serve the world by being you. So that is a message from the star councils. And that is exactly what we just share with each other. You are doing your missions by just keeping your vibrations, your inspirations, or your higher learnings, because your higher learning will eventually, at some point, spread out to the people in your area. So that will allow more blessings when the divine plans officially open. But of course, we will have to do the work, right? So think of something that you always feel the urge to do it, but for some reason you never done it, and give it a try to see if you really like it or not. Because sometimes we think about something, but it's not necessarily the thing you like, because you don't know until you started. Okay, so love relationship. Now we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Definitely. The whole journey of what we're learning is about loving yourself. And you will eventually, doesn't matter, not this life, but one of the very, very last lives before you can access the matrix, you will realize that's the whole thing you learned. All these soul contracts, all these skills, whatever that you want to learn, it still comes back to learning yourself, because finally you realize who you truly are. And we got the answer already, right? But I don't know why people don't really take the answer serious. Because when they take the answer serious, they will push their limit and progress much faster. And the answer is you are the creator. You are the divine. It's a very simple thing, but that is the fun part of learning. We always learn the hard way to get something very, very simple. And we will never like to accept the truth from other sources, but we kind of like, take it away, and then, we're trying to figure out, so like complicate the knowledge until we realize or verify that for ourselves that, oh, that is the case. And then we will have a questions to ourselves. I say, so why we doing all these things? Why we have to create the problems and go and solve it? Because that is what the matrix is about. It creates the problems for people to solve. Meanwhile, the people already got the answers. It's crazy, isn't it? But that is the challenge, to see who can remember faster, who can wake up faster, who can go back to themselves faster, like connect back to the inner child inside faster. And that's it. It's very simple. So now let's go to the tarot. Energies, we have the Nine of Cups. Wow, there's a surprises here. Why you busy working on the ongoing projects of yourself. Now, I say project, it doesn't mean that a business or something big. It can be anything. If you consider that's your own project, then that is your project. If I consider to learn something as my project, and yeah, that is how you treat it. You want to learn a new skill and you call it, that's the project. That because you want to learn it, and it becomes a project. So, but the terms that we use is very important. It show how people actually connected to that thing through their perception. So if you think that learning something is not important, it's just like a learning, then it's not important. But if you think it's very important, it's like a project for yourself, because it lasts for life. Because it's serve next life, for example, and you will take it serious. Believe me, because that is psychology. That's how we can see the patterns through all these details. Now, the challenge, we have the Nine of Wands. So, as I say, Saturn retrograde, but it rings the alarm of what you will have to come to realizations of, the meaning of why you went through or did something, because that meaning is exactly the contrast of what you about to be given. So you will treat the next things or next experience with a new mind, with a new look. That's why it's just like using the word, like I say. If you say that learning that it's just a learning, then yeah, it's just a learning. But if you say, if learning that is my dream, for example, or it's like my project, it show how different levels of your desire, and the result will come respectively, if you see what I mean. So something about restructures, like put all the experiences in perspective, so you can see what else you want to add in that, rather than go back to that. Maybe something will make sense of everything. For example, like the general things, bigger, that can make sense of all the past experiences that you had. Okay, so your higher self, we have the Ace of Cups. Looks like love will coming to you. We have, love at the first sight, remember? So for a lot of people, there will be new beginning. Why things on hold, but they kind of like, because they fulfilled this life, got a basics, fundamental start. So that's why they couldn't be bothered more with whatever that wants to throw their way, because it's like you get yourself ready for all the good things to come. So that is exactly what you're going through. So love is on your side here, and the Three of Wands is, you about to meeting new people. So like quite a big, amazing fresh start for people to be revealed. Now, in your mentalities, in the environment, you have the Empress. You're busy multitasking or thinking of things. So you kind of like going deep inside you about. That's exactly like in the introduction video what we're talking about. So this is exactly what people are doing. You will do something to enjoy yourself, but then you will have a very deep and serious thought, like a mature way of looking at things. And suddenly you realize that, oh, hang on, I have grown so much. And because of that recognition, it allows you to embrace all the journey so far that you had achieved. You just change the way you look at things. So you no longer see things as the hurt, the pains, or the unfortunate events any longer. You will find yourself in a very good positions. Even things around is not like flowery or colorful as you expected. However, you see the whole gardens with the things actually on the rise, and it's like you start to see something up. So this is like an idea through the process of learning to love yourself, start to grow within you, and you are able to see it now when it comes to the light and show you some leaves. So that is what it's about. Now, the last card, let's see what we have. The Four of Pentacles. Yep, definitely you're stepping into the new movie set, because the whole life or all the life together is the multiple sets of the scenarios. They all exist at the same time. So you just finally realize that, oh, this is the end of that set, so we are stepping into that new set now. And for some people, you were busy with your child here, literally, because that's the Empress. There's the sense of independence gain. So with some people, finally, I've got the sense of being relieved from the sharing situations with people, physically speaking, right? So for some people, you finally have that relief from the situation, that you now have your own space with your own child. The child here can be a literal child, or it can be something that you really nurture for your own happiness, your own caring nature. So we'll clarify this. Even though the energy is square, but as you see here, there's a lot of hope going on for people. So I can see there's a lot of news. There will be some good news going toward you. Now, the Nine of Cups, let's see. the feel good card, Nine of Cups. This is more about you, the celebrations of you releasing the past and close everything behind you. The Nine of Cups, we have the Hangman. There's something makes you gonna feel a big relief, because it's like a big surprise going on, because you didn't actually expect the movement or the door to be opened, but suddenly something opened for you. It can be a news, it can be a person. I have a feeling this can be a person, whoever it is. It can be a Pisces. It can be, we will see. We will see. We will clarify later to see who is the Hangman. Now, the Nine of Swords. sorry, the Nine of Wands. The challenge is the Nine of Wands. It's still clarified by the Page of Swords. So it feels like all the people that you trying to kind of keep in your list finally being blocked. So they are being blocked by a third party. Now a third party here is not because they in a relationship or something. It's the situation. It's a third factor. So I call it a third party. And yeah, it's kind of like you don't even want to spend the energies to allow people to communicate or going forward and back about something that you just find things so unhealthy for your own growth, because you are now stepping into the Empress power. So you just want to be in that harmonious environment of your own creations, because you are actually on the rise of the king and the queen, on the throne that you deserve. It's just like the fish in the pond that I said yesterday, and you become the mermaid right in the middle. It's very similar. So you are in that process at the moment. So the energies will allow you to get to that positions, as long as you allow yourself to focus on what aligned with your happiness, your desire. So let's see the Three of Wands, what we have. I got the feeling that there will be the new people or the happy chat conversations over the ideas of what you're doing. It's the sense of the gathering of all the like-minded people. Now I don't know how this happened, because this is like the online things. So it's not physically gathered together and like partying like the Three of Cups, but it's something about finally you find someone who share the same goal, who wants to do the same things, or who want to sponsor the things that you're doing, for example. Something like that. It's kind of supportive, because the water energy is like the nurturing energies going on. And 3-3 is about creativities. And the Empress is the emphasis of that idea is being really, receive a huge support from unexpected people. So someone found you. So my advice is, in this situation, that is exactly what the energy is about. It will block you, but it block because those things do not belong to you. Even if they open that door for you, you go in, but it's gonna be dying anyway. So there's no point. So if we understand that, we will find things actually very positive with where we're heading. That is exactly the lessons about trust. Trusting yourself and the process. Because when you trust yourself, it means that you trust the one who created the plan before you went in the matrix to solve this. Because you're part of the plan, you created it. No one's gonna create something without asking, what is your desire? What is the next experiences? What you think that you still need to overcome, right? So when you trust yourself, you trust the process for that reason. Because people, the common mistake is, people tend to like to separate themselves because of the 3-dimension consciousness is about separation, polarities. People love to separate things. So they claim their existence through that separations, because they forgot that they are from the same source. So that's the whole thing. And because they want to separate, so they will separate the process with themselves too. They were thinking, oh, well, why you say that you trust ourselves and trust the process? What is that to do with each other? I say, because the process is you. You see what I mean? The process is not something by anyone else, or by God, or by the divine. No, it's you, and you, because you are the divine. You just don't remember the divine plan. The divine plan is the plan of the whole thing. That is the divine plan of all the lives together. So that's why we call it the divine, not or the master plan, if you want to call it the master plan. But because the main goal of the plan is to help you to remember that you are the divine, so we call it the divine plan. But the divine plan doesn't mean that the plans from the divine. No, the divine doesn't make plan for you. You make that plan. Okay, so about your higher self message, the Ace of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Love is on your side. Someone about to get back to you. I don't know why, but I see the Eight of Cups here in the reverse. Wow. How can it be? So let's clarify the last two cards first, and then we will go. Now, very much so, this is Eight of Cups is about the returning of the past life soulmates that you met them before. This is not your ex, someone from your past life. So it can be actually the new person this life to you, because you don't remember, right? They don't remember, so everything seems new. So the Empress is clarified by the Temperance. You feeling great, that's why I say this is like a lazy weekend, that you don't really need to be bothered with anything, but you just focus on the home growing, or the ongoing projects, and nurturing yourself, because you will be in the Temperance energy, in balance. And that's exactly Jupiter's and Saturn is about. Grow, expand, but within the structure, because the two things together is all about balance. So it helps you to reach that sustainability. So you don't want to achieve and succeed in a speedy way, and then miss all the task of the divine plan. And then when you old, when you close to the death, you don't have time to do it, because a lot of people actually, that is very common. If you think about life and people around you, a lot of people, when they close to the end days, the ending, they will go nuts, because they frustrated. They don't know what's going on. They don't know why they're there anymore, because the closer to the time that people exist for the next incarnation, for example, because majority people don't get out of matrix, they will feeling suffocated and lost, because they will start to remember why they got in, but without the details of it. So it caused the frustrations, sensations inside them. And that's exactly the price, the price of the matrix. It's very sophisticated system, and it triggered a lot by the separation. So that's why I say, if as long as you stop separating yourself, you will see through all the missing links and figure out what is that you need to work on. Because it's never late to change. The whole meaning of what we're doing is, even you put all the lives together, the whole meaning of this is, you only need to figure out that one moment of, oh, that is the main goal, and then the whole matrix will crumble for you, and then you can get out. Now the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Sun. So definitely, guys, it's a weekend again. It's a little bit mixture between losing things, but also at the same time you feeling like you need to do it and prepare for the new things to go in. And there's some unexpected revelations going on here. So hopefully, finger crossed, that happens for everyone. Now before I go, I will clarify the Hangman to see who is this person and what they're doing here. Alright, so now the Hangman is a Pisces sign, right? But it can be any sign. But be careful with this person, because they will... This is the test from the universe for your soulmate to come here. And that is the challenge. You need to really determine about yourself, not about this person. Because when you can be determined about yourself, that is when you know on which ground you have that determination. If you say no to a person just because they are bad, it doesn't work like that. The universe keeps throwing you more person like that until you say, no, I don't want that pattern. Because you see through it of that person. And that is when you allow the love to come and find you. So let's clarify the Eight of Cups. Who returning? Not your ex, trust me. It is not your ex at all. Five of Pentacles, and let's see what we have. Five of Wands. Oh, that's too much, right? So we have the Six of Cups here. That's the first card, and then we have the Empress. We have that's too much. Never mind, just do all of them, right? Let me see. Five of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Wands, and the High Priest. So someone is a water sign, right? But this person has, I think they are they on the journeys of like, because you are already on the spiritual path. So if you think about the journey of the soul, they will have to go through all the lessons enough to the point that they will say, okay, I'm gonna become spiritual devotion, so commitment now, because this is all the lives, not just this life. So this is how that person appealed to you, someone that you don't want to deal with, because for the fact that so love is somewhere else waiting for you right after this challenge. So this is still about the Page of Swords. So someone actually very they got a very swinging mind. That's why I'm thinking the Hangman also about Pisces. So it is a very Pisces energy. So if you deal with anyone, because they have a lot of conflict here with the Five of Wands, they kind of like want to find a source of compensation for for their emptiness, because they are disconnected themselves. The high priest here with the 5 pentacles, and we have the 6 cups. Yeah, whoever it is, right? I don't know if you're dealing with anyone at the moment, but let me tell you something. This person a little bit disillusioned. They believe that you are an empress, someone with nurturings and someone who tolerant and things like that. But they didn't understand that when they did that, they actually fooling themselves, make them become a fool, because your energies now are much different, and you will find them a little bit, how I say, funny, because of the way you start to see the gap of your mentality and people mentality. So they are like babies trying to find next and next and next and next whoever that can comfort them for whatever that they feel. This is mainly about because they disconnect themselves, because the high priest is here, and they're supposed to get connected to with themselves in within, but because they refuse it, so somehow this is a very materialistic mind type of energy. If you're dealing with someone like that, just walk away straight away, because the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands here is the challenge in challenge. So that also indicates that it will happen. It's just the universe wants to test you to see if you really learn the patterns. So they will bring the love to you here. So the Ace of Cups is more about your unlocked that new love to come to you, and you unlocked it by clearing the patterns. So this weekend, whatever it happens, right, it's the mixture, multitasking. You sort out your patterns, you make sure that you can create the right joy for with the right energy for your joy, and doing it, so you can have that compatible mind to give it a thought about the things that you want to create, or the things that you feeling that will align with your heart. And when you multitask, the love will come and find you. Okay guys, so this is all I've got for you. Hope you enjoy what I'm doing. Please like, share the video, subscribe to my channel to help it grow. If you'd like to donate, please find donate button in the description box. And if you want to learn the course, please find information in the description box too. Thank you and bye bye.